remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah. I was just about to start a haircut, and my client had brought me in a coffee, and took a big sip of the coffee, put it down, we started chit-chatting, what have you, and I said to her, "Oh, it feels so good." And I said, "I think it's just heartburn. Not a big deal." And so I went to the back, into the staff room, and I had a sip of water and thought that was going to be okay. And came back out to start the haircut. And all of a sudden my hand started to shake, and the pain started to get way more intense in the chest. And I started to get jaw pain. I said, I just got to go back to the staff room for a sec. And I went back there, and one of my bosses was on the phone with somebody.
She looked distressed, like something was quite wrong. I thought maybe she was having a panic attack, so I was like, okay, let's go outside and get air. That did not help. Like, nothing seemed to help her.
Candace had come out and said, you know, there's something wrong with Lisa. And Sarah said, call 911.
I went through the pre-arrival instructions of getting aspirin to her, which is always really helpful in a cardiac event.
I ran to the pharmacy, which is across the street, and the pharmacist knows us, and he just gave it to me really quick, and he told me what to do with it. Give her chew, tell her to chew it.
There was a little room at the back where she was in there. Presented normal, looked a little bit kind of pale, a little bit kind of sweaty, but everything seemed to check out pretty good.
I thought that this was a routine chest pain call, but turned out to be something different.
She looked over me and said that her hands felt very cold and she couldn't hold them up anymore. And then she suddenly went into a seizure.
For that amount of time, about that 8 minutes or so, I obviously don't remember anything. I had the seizure, and then I went into cardiac arrest. And I remember coming to. Trevor pounding on my chest and saying, "Lisa, come back, come back." And I came to, and I feel like I just went like that and opened my eyes, and then it just felt like organized chaos.
Because we had started the CPR so quick, she was actually, appeared conscious and looking at us during this time. So Louise and I just kept telling her, I know this hurts, I know this is uncomfortable, but we have to do this. Your heart has stopped beating.
She was shocked twice, as well as cardioverted twice.
And I just remember screaming so loud, and it was like I felt like I had electricity coming out of my hands and my eyes and my ears and everything. And then I remember when the shock was over, I just remember my arms falling to the side of the gurney, and I said to Trevor, I said, just let me go. I said, because I can't do this again.
She was in a lot of pain, but it was really important that we get her out of that rhythm. And on the second synchronized cardioversion, her heart actually returned to what would be considered a normal rhythm or a normal beat for the heart to be in. And then it was moments after that we arrived at the St. Boniface and handed over care.
The paramedics came to the hospital the next day to see how I was doing, and I just thought that was unbelievable. Like, they didn't have to do that. Everybody has just been so incredibly supportive, and I don't think I could have come this far without all the help from everyone.